friggin' dox myself. What was that? Oh, people are so annoying here. What's up, everybody? Hello. Sorry, I doxed myself with showing my paperwork for my court. I have my address on there, so I can't show that, but I can show. Why does it say? Oh, technically he has to go. All right, I'm gonna go though. Okay, so this is my court paperwork. 2 weeks. Scumbags fighting the town of Hempstead. But how's everybody going? How's everybody doing? Happy Thursday. What's going on over here? There's always some shenanigans happening in this parking lot. Hold on. Guys, I think there might be a fight. Hold on, let me get you. Hold on. Let's see what's going on over here. This guy looked like he was just yelling. My phone is so broken. I refuse to get another smartphone though, so this is my device that I use. All right. All right, maybe it was a drug deal. Never mind. Never mind. Sorry, that was like very offensive angle. So what's up, everybody? Happy Thursday. I hope everybody's having an awesome day. So I wanted to pop on here. I have a couple minutes. I have like 10 minutes and just talk really quick. So I got a couple of messages on Instagram. If you want to follow me, I'm at Meetbrooke with 2 E's, Brookee. And you can check me out there. I like to talk to people on there sometimes. The problem is that I'm not always on my phone. I'm not always on Instagram. And I really try to make a very like conscious effort to not doom scroll and all this other stuff, you know, because the reels are hilarious and I'll get stuck on that shit for hours. You know what I mean? So I really try not to, excuse my language. I really try not to, you know, be on there a lot. If anybody wants to know what I'm using Algenist. I'm trying to get these little beads out. Shout out to my one of my favorite subscribers, Olivia. I told her about Algenist, but this is like my favorite, be like a beauty influencer. This is my favorite collagen like lip gloss thing. So anyway, it's at the end though, so hold on a second. So I got a couple DMs from one of my lives that I did recently, and it was about, is this guy gonna hit? It's so I like doing lives because it's like you never know. That was 100% a drug deal, by the way. 100%. Because you never know what you're gonna see. So anyway, Hempstead, Long Island, baby. Hempstead, Long Island. So I get a couple messages about like story times with having a diaper service. And, you know, I feel like at one point, you know, when I was really dabbling with like what to do on this channel, I mean, this channel really is Meetbrooke. I talk about it often. I just kind of like making random videos. I like talking about my health. I like talking about things that I go through. You know, just I like to be like inspiring and things like that, whatever, as much as I can because I'm a hot mess myself. But it helps to like, you know, talk with people and meet people. And I really do this for the camaraderie. So, I got some questions though asking if I would be willing to share like, you know, different story times from when I had a diaper service. Now it's funny because my competition, they were always like very like, how do I say it? I don't want to say more professional because I was definitely professional. Like, you know, I had a crew, we had a whole office, like we were doing our thing, you know, like I was definitely kicking ass and taking names when I had my business. But I went above and beyond what I feel like my competition didn't. I had more of a personal touch, which is a reason why also that they're still running and I'm not. So give props where it's due. But I have a million story times, real story times, not bullshit story times. Excuse my language. Sorry, I'm at work, so I have the potty language is just off the charts when I'm plumbing. But yeah, not like nonsense, like real insane story times that I could share with anybody if you guys really want to you know, like listen to them. It's very drying right now in my job site, so I'm just throwing some of my OC atmosphere protection cream. Friggin' awesome, especially when you're on the job site like this. Like I got sawdust in my face. It's just a lot. But yeah, I have like real story times. Like I could share. I have crazy story times. Like I was just thinking about this earlier this morning. I literally like could write a whole book on things that I went through. Like I was just gonna say one story and then another story popped up in my head. I remember one time. I'll tell you about Hempstead police. I'm not fighting the police. I'm fighting the parking cops. Anyway, so I'll tell you one time for a client against my driver. Okay, so there was this client, high profile client, had tons of restaurants. her husband was the high profile one. Like she was, she was the wife. She was behind the scenes, but she was like, I don't want to say no name because she obviously everybody has a name. I don't care if you're a bum or whatever. But I'm saying like she wasn't really the high. I guess she was because she was married to this guy. Anyway, no names, but high profile client, big rest in the restaurant game, and like a big deal, right? But the way she acted, what to me, she was very nice. I have to say that. I have to give her that. But she was like really talked down to the people that I worked with, to my crew. So I always had to correct her, whatever. Like I'd have like my one girl, Anna, that would run the phones. She would always say, she's like, you gotta, this is your client, because she talks to me like I'm nothing, like, and I don't like that. I don't like working with people like that. I'm not a fan of that. Everyone dies. Like, who the hell are you? I don't care what kind of money you have. You can't take it with you. Don't treat people like garbage. You know what I mean? So that's always been like my thing, especially as I get older. Like, just, it's always been my thing. So with that in mind, this woman, she was a real pain in the ass, okay? Real pain in the ass. She would like never leave her diaper bags out, ever. She would never leave her diaper bags out. And she was very like, when she wouldn't leave them out, she'd call, she'd leave nasty messages. I'd have to call her, and then she would be nice. But it's always, she's just one of those real like nightmare clients. So, so make a long story short, it's like 3 weeks, right? And obviously you have a newborn. There's a lot to deal with. I have a lot of grace, but a lot of people take advantage of that, unfortunately. So that's the situation. But I remember one time in particular, this was actually the night that I fired her. Hey, Jithan, how you doing? My driver goes to her apartment, well, to her penthouse, and he goes to her penthouse, and it's like the third week in a row that she's not leaving her bag out. So we're like, okay, like this is ridiculous, right? You have dirty diapers, they're lasting for weeks. It was ridiculous. So I literally call her. I'm like, let me call her, because I'm on call, right? When I would do these deliveries, that's another reason too why it was just not sustainable for me. I was on call, or Anna was on call, but I'm very anxious, so usually I would be on call. And she would so so this woman, I call her, and I'm like, it's like maybe 9:30 at night. And I'm like, hey, listen, you don't have the bag out again. Like, and she wouldn't even pick up for my driver. She'd pick up for me. So then she literally goes out of her penthouse like a bat out of hell. He's right with the doorman, and she starts hurling dirty diapers at my driver, like throwing, like a complete lunatic, throwing dirty diapers at my driver. You want your diapers? Starts cursing him out. Again, this is a high profile client. Woman's filthy, bloated, crazy money, but like total white trash in my opinion. Like, it doesn't matter how much money you have, it's how you treat people. That's how I judge you, and that's how everyone should judge each other. And he's calling me, and he's like, she's throwing diapers at me. He's like, I was like, you're not picking them up, you're leaving there, we're banging her card, she's done, right? So the next day, he left them there, and then the doorman's like, I can't have these diapers like in strewn around the friggin', in the lobby area. And I was like, listen, you're gonna have to figure it out, because this isn't our problem. My client's abusive. I'm not dealing with it anymore. So I sent her this like scathing email, which I never had to really do, but in this situation I did. And then she calls me first thing the following morning, and she's like losing it on me. She's crying. She's being completely dramatic. And I'm like, listen, you're paying for all the diapers because they're all damaged now. It's been weeks since we picked them up, because we're only a laundry service. We're not a miracle worker. We don't use crazy bleach. We don't, you know what I mean? Like, it was ridiculous. I was like, and plus you abused my driver. Like, I can't have you. I don't care how much money you give my driver. She's like, I'll tip him. I'll give him. I'm like, no, we're good. Like, go to my competition, because I don't deal with that. I'm not dealing with that. So she wound up paying for all the diapers that she ruined. And then she insisted on sending my driver a tip. So she actually sent a check. She was a complete lunatic, completely abusive. And do you know who the F I am? I was like, you could. She's like, I'll write a review. I'll do that. Because she tried to get bees with honey after the fact, but the way she was coming at me in the beginning, I was like, you're completely insane. I don't need to deal with this. I don't need this in my life, So anyway, and then she was like nice and apologetic and things like that. And, but it's like, you can't be abusive to people. But I have so many stories like that from running a business, dealing with like entitled parents specifically. And it's not to say all of them were like that. That's not true. I had a lot of fantastic clients that I still keep in contact with, ironically. I had amazing clients, but it's that small percentage, less than 2%, that were just a complete nightmare that I have so many story times on. Not even just that, even like for example, like my driver gets arrested in Staten Island. Okay, he wasn't supposed to be in Staten Island. We didn't have clients in Staten Island. And he gets arrested in Staten Island. And he's calling me and I hear the cops in the back and they're like, "Is that your wife?" He's like, "No, it's my boss. I have to call her. I have 85 deliveries in my car." I was like, "Where are you?" He gets arrested. They impound his car. It's a whole story. I had to go find the precinct he was at because he didn't tell me the precinct. So we're calling every single precinct. I had to pretend he was my husband. It was such a nightmare. And then the whole night, we're going around trying to do these deliveries, just complete shenanigans. Like, I have so many stories like that. So many. But anyway, so I got a couple of messages from people saying that they were interested in that. So if you guys are interested in it, I'll do like a whole story time. You know, anybody can ask questions, whatever. Like, I have so many insane stories from when I had the diaper service. But that's New York City, too. New York City's crazy. One time my car broke down in Times Square, okay? And this was crazy. This was, thank you, Jithan. I'll definitely share it. So I'll share one more story before I have to go back on break. So I had a Hyundai Sonata, and I was driving this bad boy till the wheels fall off. I didn't do deliveries in this. I had other people do the deliveries, but I was doing consultations. So at one point, I stopped doing consultations, and I would only do consultations if they were like, again, like a celebrity that I wanted to meet, or there's a lot. I have a very like crazy background, like everybody else. Everybody's got a story, but I would only do consultations if it was a certain type of client, right? So make a long story short, because it was just a lot, you know, it had to be something that, you know, I could do a Skype interview, but a lot of times they'd want to do it in person. So I'm like, all right, fair enough. So this one particular client I really wanted to meet, and I'm in Times Square. It's like 12:30 at night, and my Hyundai timing belt cracks on me, right? In the middle of Times Square, no, like hand to God, in the middle of Times Square, I have to bang a right. I was about to turn. I'm stuck in the intersection. I thought I was going to get my ass kicked. I'm not even kidding. I thought I was going to get beat up because the things that these people were saying, the cabs that were cutting me off, the people that were hitting my car, like they were like the, you know, like the people that were like crossing the street and things like that, hit my car. It was crazy. So I had these guys who, that's another story, but they like helped me move my car off of the, out of Times Square, so I'm not like stuck in Times Square. And then this one guy jumps into my front seat and he starts scavenging around. Like, he's like, "You got a pen somewhere?" I was like, "Bro, get the F out of my car," you know? And this is, and I'll show you this one. Hold on, where is it? I have it back here. This is why, for all you women out there, now granted I'm in the trades, but always carry something, okay? I carry this always. I know this looks crazy, but this is for welding. This is when you run a bead and you can hit it. It's a little excessive for what you need it for, but I always carry something. This guy is freaking rummaging around. I'm by myself in Times Square. These like four guys that are like surrounded my car. They just helped me move my car. I put it into neutral, and this guy's like looking around my stuff, and I literally had to pull something out. I didn't have that. I had something else. I don't remember what it was, like a small bat or something. And I cracked his hand. I was like, "Get out of my goddamn car!" And then he gets out, and then this other guy comes to my driver's side, and he's like, "Well, you owe us something. You owe us something. We're gonna hop in." I was like, "You're not hopping in my car. You know, get away from me." I was like, I really appreciate your help, but my husband, who's a cop, is right around the corner, and they dipped so fast. They dipped so fast. It was crazy, which was a lie. I didn't. That's the thing too. Like sometimes, like I'd be in situations where I had to on the fly, make something up because I was in a bad spot. I was in a bad spot. It happened to me so many times. What is this notification? What do you want? But yeah, it's like, but I did that to myself. I put myself in that position because I really shouldn't have been out, you know, doing consultations. I was, you know, I was in my 20s. Like it was just dangerous all around. I should have had someone with me. I almost got jammed up a couple times. It was crazy. It was crazy. But but yeah, I remember I had to think of that quick because I was like, oh man, like I do not. And the one guy's like, want to party? I was like, dude, I'm not, like, this isn't my life. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, I really appreciate it. And then when they started the book, I was like, oh, you could come back. They're like, no, hell no, police, hell no, get the hell out of here, you know? So that was funny. So I had fun with that. But if anybody has any questions, let me know. I only got 2 people watching. I'm about to jump off. But I just wanted to pop on here and say hi. I'll definitely do like story times. Brooke, Gen Z is almost 30 years old. Yeah, it's crazy, right? It's crazy. I'm a millennial. But yeah, when I was in my 20s, that's when I was doing like the consultations and stuff like that. it's crazy stuff. That is crazy. Damn. Gen Z. Bleh. Well, you know what's weird is that my friend just turned 30 and he's considered a millennial. But yeah, I guess they're like 28 now or something like that. But yeah, I'm midlife millennial. 37. So there's that. I work with people that are older, work with people that are younger. I have to clean my car out. I get so like crazy about my car. Am from 92s. Am I a Yes, you're a millennial. You're a millennial. I'm 86. I think it's like 82 to I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not even gonna pretend to know. You ever do that? You ever like, oh, I think I know, and you're like, nope, don't know it. That would be a lie, my friends. That would be a lie. I thought I had a bag around here. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, people don't put themselves in. Like, I made it out. I made it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I put myself out there. I remember people would make fun of me. Oh, you're so cringy. You're so cringy. But I'm like, you know what though? Like, at least I'm attempting to make moves in my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna like ever have somebody like hold me back because they're gonna be like, oh, you look so corny. Okay, and what are you doing on the couch on Instagram? You know, on paying for OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really want to insult me? You know, that's why I deal with this on the job site. I have guys that tell me all the time. They're like, just go in an office. Just go in the office. I'm like, you don't even know why I'm here. So what am I going to worry about that? I'm sorry. I just saw a comment. I didn't see it. 90s is broken in two separate generations. That's the problem. That's true. That's true. 100%. That's true. It's very different. You know, and I feel like a boomer saying that, like, oh, like the people are built differently. Like back in the 80s and 90s, we're built differently. We just are. 70s, it's just different. But yeah, but Gen Z cringes are our precious moments. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Oh my God, precious moments, man. Holy smokes. There's so many. There's so many. I watched Nickelodeon when that pedophile was still running it. What was his name? Dan Snyder, whatever his name is. I remember that. Slime, Nickelodeon, Salute Your Shorts. Hey Denver, I'm sorry I saw you jump on earlier, but I doxed myself. I freaking showed my paperwork with my address. I had to delete that really quick. I was like, damn. But yeah, Salute Your Shorts. What else? What else is there? Oh my God, there's so many. Ren and Stimpy. There's so much. I'm drawing a blank. Legends of the Hidden Temple, if anybody remembers that. How far is your drive again? What, to work? It's an hour and 15 minutes. Blech. Gross. I'm driving an hour and 15 minutes away. Oh, the same thing. I didn't even see that comment. I got salary. Good for you, Jithin. That's what's up. That's how you know you're a millennial, because you're doing your thing. But yeah, what were we saying? There was does anybody remember, like, Are You Afraid of the Dark, or like Goosebumps? Like, does anybody remember all those? Oh man, this is freaking the shows now suck. If I have to be in like a waiting room for something and I'm forced to watch TV, I just don't watch it. I'll just do anything else. I'll put friggin' earplug. I cannot watch. Like, I just feel like I'm being like hypnotized. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, eh. Like, I feel like there's so much like friggin', like just random stuff happening at the same time. I'm like, why do I feel like I'm having a seizure when I'm watching TV? I'm sorry, what was that comment? It says, I wish we got paid gas. So with the union, you'll get paid gas if you're on a traveling card. But yeah, no, you drive deep. They literally are sending apprentices to Manhattan right now because there's not a lot of work right now, and it's August, which is bad. And it has to do with the economy, because the economy's tanking. Japan's yen just dropped. Like, shit's about to get real. That's why I hope everybody knows something, like, skillful that AI can't take over. Whether it be a trade, you're a nurse, you're in medical, you're somewhere. I hope everybody's doing, their thing. I stopped watching cartoons after 2010, not interested, or I grew up, I'm still confused. Yeah, I haven't watched anything in years, like, oh my God, okay, that's a lie. So let me tell you this much. That's true, but I don't watch anything. The one show that I'm actually slowly rewatching with shorts is is Breaking Bad, if anybody remembers that show. I'm obsessed with that show. I call this guy Victor Salamanca that I work with. Awesome show. Amazing show. AI will take over at some point. Not entirely, but it has a hand to play. I heard those jobs give good overtime. Would you ever do a travel card? No, I wouldn't. Batman Cape Crusader animated series is out. I never got into Batman. Like I said, I was into like Ren and Stimpy. I was into like, what's that one show? Rocko's Modern Life was like my favorite show. I like to rewatch the shows, but not the new ones. Yeah, not the new ones. I think Breaking Bad. I binge watched that season when I was pregnant with my youngest. I'm obsessed. I like think that's like the best like show I've ever seen. I got into Lost, and they were great, but they were like, I was gonna use a term that was not appropriate, but I was gonna say like the ending was not the climax I was looking for. Let's just say that it was awful. The show like was built up, built up, built up, and then it just nosedived. It sucked. But with Breaking Bad, it got better as it went on. Like Gus Fring, the friggin' Salamancas are my favorite because they're like such degenerates. They're just so evil. They play it so well, you know. And there's this Puerto Rican guy that I work with that I was saying before. I call him Hector Salamanca. And he's like, is it because I'm a Puerto Rican? I was like, no, you got the drug lord vibe. You should take it. I'm not saying that you're a princess. I'm saying you know, what do you want me to call you? You know, like El Chapo. You know what I'm saying? Like that's your vibe. I grew up in the 2000s. Looking back, the 2000s was more like the 90s. The 2000s were like, yeah, they were. You know how they say like community college is like 13th grade. It's kind of like the 2000s. Like the 2000s were kind of like they were a bridge of the 90s. You know, it was just the early 2000s were lit. You know, they were awesome. Mummies Alive was my favorite one. I like to rewatch. Yeah, it was fun. You know, but like I don't even have TV. I don't watch TV. You know, I like go on YouTube and like I'll watch shorts of like I'm saying like Breaking Bad or whatever. But I don't. Everyone's like, oh, you watch this one show? I was like, no, I can't sit down. I just cannot watch it. Like, and I'll be honest with you, a lot of it is because of like the just what they're trying to push. It's like, can I just watch a show for the show and not the agenda behind it? Like, can I just have fun watching a show? You know, like Breaking Bad is fun. Okay, yes, it's a very violent show, but it's like at least it takes me to that world. You know what I mean? Like, whereas I don't feel like I have to, you know, you have every character's ticking a box. You know what I'm saying? Like we got to make sure we have the chick. We got to make sure we have the black guy. We got to make sure we have the lesbian. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like I just want to watch a show where it's like we're just had the writers are having fun. You know, then it's like just back to then. You know what I'm saying? I understand you need to have representation as a woman. I believe in that. I agree with it, but let's relax. You know what I'm saying? Like let's relax. 10 years we thought AI would take over like Terminator, but it's doing videos, audios, and pics. But if you use it for good, it's good. But people are crazy. They are misusing. Well, that's the problem, Jithan. Like 100%. Like that's your issue. Like the thing is that it's developing. It's rapidly developing. It's becoming smarter. And with us using it, it's getting better and better. And it's going to be able to take over certain things, certain tasks. And people, of course, are going to misuse it. That's what happened. You know, granted, it's not going to be so premature, but you talking 10, 15 years down the road, like, of course, you know. It's doing far more than making pictures, though. I mean, it's creating whole systems. Talk to ChatGPT. It's literally like creating essays. It's, you know, when you do self-checkout, that's all AI, you know, like that's, but I agree with you. I mean, it can certainly be used for good 100%, but like even with this, like this isn't AI, but you know what I'm saying? Like technology's not bad. You just can't let it destroy what we have. That's good, you know. It's still raining here. It's going to be raining all week. It's crazy. It's going to be raining all friggin' week. But yeah, that's my take on the whole AI thing. A lot of people will be like, oh, like you should see, like sometimes people just leave the nastiest comments, and I'm not one of those people that like feels. Sometimes I'll pin the comment just to like bust their chops, but I just delete stuff. Like I don't have time for that. I don't make my money with this. Like I'm not gonna have somebody just attack me in the comments because I decided to say that, you know, I think that whatever my opinion is on something, you know. I have this Blink 182 song stuck in my head. It's Stay Together for the Kids. I don't know if anybody talking about 90s. It's like, so here's your holiday. So I don't know why that song stuck in my head so bad. But if anybody has any other questions, comments, let me know. I got to go back to work. Yeah, I got to go back to work. I'll just take you guys with me real quick, and then and you can just see these guys talking smack if you want. They're all such ball breakers, these guys. They really are. Hold on one second. Let me see. Oh, my orientation's locked. All right. Is it busy there? It's pretty busy. Oh my God, this is like the awful angle. I'm like, it's pretty busy. It's pretty busy. I accused a guy at my job of stealing something that I had in my car. I'm still going to go with it though. I'll be like, oh, you still stole it from me. You still stole it. So here's your holiday. Okay, let me go back. Hold on one second. Oh, I'm going to get my ass kicked. Hold on. I have my water in there. I have to get my PEX cutter. All right, so hold on one second, guys. Let me spin you around. See, top chat. Hold on. Have I done underground? No, I haven't. Not yet. Actually, no, that's not true. I have at Target. What's up? What's up? All right. I wish I didn't have my friggin' orientation locked. Safety first. All right. Yeah, I'll be back. I'll be back live later on. I'm actually taking the whole week off next week, so I'll definitely be live. This is what the site looks like. Hola?
They can't even get a roof on the building.
Okay. Brothers? Brothers, my brothers. I had this freaking Blink-182 stuck in my head. It's so bad. What's up, Shannon?
What's your ankles?
What happened? Wait, what's this?
Well, I said that. We probably
And of course, I have to skip a step because I'm fucking nuts, so it sucks. It's not. I have to go back and do it then.
Yeah, but now do a spin when you get to the top step, then go.
No, because I'm gonna fall and then die to my death. I keep thinking you're wearing like a Burger King hat.
What? I look like the fucking bar. You call me fat?
No.
No, I see how it is.
No.
Fun.
No. That's what it looks like. God. Yeah, it's raining in the building because they don't have a roof on it. I had to take my headphones off though. These guys literally like roast me all day. All day. Like, they just talk all types of smack. Because we just have fun. We just have fun with it. Because I give it back. I always give it back. I'm always like busting chops. All right, hold on. Let's see if I have any other comments. I always think it's so rude when people don't. So what are you doing today for work? So what I am doing is, hold on one second. Doing these valves. Let's see, we have other trades here, so I try not to like record people, but whatever. So I have to do like these valves, putting them on, hooking them in, hooking them up. Oh crap, okay, I have my PEX cutter. All right, thank God. But it's like still raining in the friggin' room. Yeah, I know, wooden rooms, I know. But this is residential, so normally it would be like metal, you know what I mean? Hello. All right. Usually it's steel studs. Steel studs for commercial, but for residential you can have. They're just cheaping out. This is a state job, Section 8 state job. Looks like a friggin' prison. This is my partner's area. He's doing the PEX. He's doing the manifolds up here. That's what I was doing before, but we have to get this. We have to get these valves done. But you see a lot of like action on the job site. But usually it's like, because the way I'm like holding my phone too, it looks like kind of sus. So I don't want them to know I'm filming. Look at this fucking, excuse my language. Oh, sorry. Look at this. It's like, it's raining in the building. This is the 3rd floor. It's like they have to get a damn roof on. It's crazy. No, that's the way you should do it, you know? Because think about it, like, you know, the wood is like just, it's bad. What's up, everything okay? What happened?
You on the phone?
Yeah, I'll give me like 2 minutes. Why, what's up? What happened? Wait. George. Oh, here. You need a PEX cutter? No, you can take it. Sorry for accusing James. But let's just continue that. Let's just say he stole it. All right. No, it's not. Think about it because, sorry, that's my partner. So, like when they have the, you know, when it rains, like it's like this stuff gets waterlogged, you know what I mean? And then you close the building up and, you know, it's crazy. But apparently this is common practice, so whatever. Not something I'm going to, you know, really investigate. I don't get paid enough for that. I just get paid to do the best job I can, you know? Steam fitter stuff. We had to seal a bunch of screws earlier. That took some time. But anyway, I hope everybody's having an awesome day. Where's my friggin' work area? God, I gotta find out where I am. Hope you guys are all having an awesome day. I'll try to come over here for a second. Here's the train station. Or see the craziest fights over here. Such a bad area. Oh, I didn't take I forgot to take a box. Have you ever had someone be rude to you since being an apprentice? All the time. All the time. All the time. It's a problem. But, yeah, happens a lot. What was another, let me see if I saw another comment. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep. Had food? Me? No, I fast. Someone stole his stuff. What? Oh, no, I stole his screws. Yeah, I had this one guy yell at me so bad one time. I was so nervous, you know, and I was like writing on a pen and paper. I was like, you know, everything he was saying, and he was just like, he looked at me, he was like annoyed that I was doing it. And he's like, you're just never going to get it. You're just never going to. And this was after like over a week of him just like, you know, riding me the whole time. And he's like, you're just never going to get it. I was like, I'm never going to get what? And this is a douchebag that wanted to be a teacher. So I just lost it. I started like manically laughing. And then I was like, oh, and you want to be a teacher? I was like, you can't even tell me what I need to do. You can't even show me. I was like, I'm an apprentice. I was a first year too, which was such bullshit. But excuse my language. But anyway, so then he got nervous. And he started like, he's like, I didn't mean it like that. I was like, I know how you meant it, because I never talked back to him. I was always just like very subservient. And then he was like, well, I need help moving this pipe. Can you leave? I was like, I'm not working with you anymore. You're a douchebag, blah, blah, blah. Excuse my language. But I'm just trying to tell the story. I don't want to be like, oh, you're silly. You know, like that's not what I said. So I was like, oh yeah, I'll help you move the pipe. And I started, it was like pipe like this on the floor. Hold on. Like this PVC pipe. And it was like all like cut in half though. So I started like hurling, like picking it up, like four friggin', like a javelin, 4-foot pieces, and just hurling it at him, throwing it at him. And he's like curled up. And then some other guy runs in. He's like, calm down. I was like, no, fuck this guy, blah, 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 blah. You know, and then whatever. And then I started crying. And he didn't see it though, because my friend took me out, and I was like, this guy's so mean to me. And he's like, this guy Billy, I love this guy Billy. And he's like, Brooke, he's like, listen, let's just get outside. He's like, listen, for the love of God, we have to walk past the electricians, we have to walk past the HVAC technicians. He's like, please, he's like, we have a composure we have to keep. He's like, in front of these men, you know, we're plumbers. I was like, okay, I'm sorry. So Denver, to answer your question, I guess it happened to me many times. And I'm like wiping my face, and I'm all like red, and it's just. And I'm very pale, so like, if I like do cry, like my everything's red, you know. Let me go see where this guy George is. I don't want him to be listening to me. Hold on. But yeah, anyway, so that's that. Again, story times. My whole life is a freaking story time. Everybody's is, but I just get involved in a lot of shenanigans. I wanted to do a sit-down video, though, soon. Talk about, like, you know, the... Hold on. Let me see. Oh, I found that piece.
Oh, yeah?
I did. It was in my car.
All right.
Idiota, me. Idiota.
No. Thanks so much. Thank you so much.
I appreciate it. Thank you. I asked that girl if she saw it. So yeah, I have a lot of story times. 'Cause I get involved in a lot of like shenanigans and stuff like that. But I want to do like a video, talk about you know, just whatever, like weight loss, all this other stuff. It's August. I've been keeping this off. I've been keeping it off. I'm so proud of myself. Like literally so freaking proud of myself. If anybody has any questions, let me know in the comments below. My hair is insane because it's raining. I'm gonna go in a second. But I'll go live again. I'm off. Since I had a journeyman call me stupid and a failure before, I was so upset. Oh, they're abusive. They're straight up abusive. This guy, that's how this guy was, though. You know, he was like really abusive. Oh, I had one time, real quick, this guy had me get a cart out of his van. And his van was disgusting. It was disgusting. And I'm just like, how am I supposed to like do anything, you know? So I get a cart out. He loads it up. He wants me to move it, and we're in front of a Best Buy, and we're doing the like the underground for this Target because we're right next to it. Was it a Target? No, it wasn't a Target. It was some other store. But anyway, make a long story short, it was you know, we're doing this extension or whatever, and this guy was like he's just brutal. He's like the apprentice killer, and I'm like just listening to what he says. Tosses tons of stuff on top of this cart, and I'm moving the cart, and he didn't tell me that he had like, you know, glue and primer that was, you know, not closed. So my dumb ass is moving around. I'm like, I'm just trying to be, you know, it's very humbling. And in Denver, you know, as an apprentice, like it's very humbling when you're trying to learn, you know, and you're trying to like be on your game, and you want to be taken seriously, and especially for a woman, like you want to be taken seriously. So the cart was so high, and it literally tipped over, and it tipped in front of the Best Buy, and the friggin' glue and primer just went everywhere. And this guy's coming back with a smoothie because he went to Tropical Smoothie, and I'm like, oh my God, I was like, I have tons of stuff. I was like, couldn't even speak. I was so scared because it was like opening in like 5 minutes. And this guy, he's like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? He's like, effing speak. And he's like calling me a dumbass and things like that. And then I said glue and primer spilled, and he screamed at me so bad. I was like, literally, like, it was so crazy too, because like I like to think I'm a strong woman, but like I at this point, like I had a really bad postpartum, and I was like really emotional and stuff, and like and it was years. It was taking me years to get over it. You know, I had just had my business, whatever, gained like a ton of weight, felt like awful, felt totally awful. And this guy was like, he was so abusive. And hold on, hey. I was so upset, and hold on 1 second, this guy. Okay, and anyway, so like I started crying, and he's like, you're better than this, you're better than this. He's like, you just can't make a stupid mistake like that, blah blah blah. I was like, and then I was like, you know, I was listening, not for nothing. He's like, well, I made the mistake, but still, you should have, you know, you have to catch me. I'm busy, I can't, you know, whatever. And I'm like, all right, fair enough. So yeah, and he's like, you know, whatever. So I stayed in my car for an hour. On break, but I'm gonna let you guys go. I have to get back, but I'll be live again soon.